It was super exciting to see the email come through saying my first song was approved for distribution, which also meant my artist name T13E was locked in. So I created a landing page on my website, and before I knew it, I could see my song on major streaming platforms, which was amazing. It had taken me a couple months to get to this point, and I still have a long way to go, so I figured this was a good time to start working on a video series to share my journey of becoming an independent music artist and everything I've learned along the way. This is the first video in that series, and I'll put links in the description to all the videos that are going to be in this series, and I'll even create a playlist so it's easy for you to find all this. In these videos, we're going to do a deep dive, starting off by creating the very first song I've ever released on how it started as a loop, and then how we transition from that loop into an arrangement. And even from that arrangement, we're going to go into details of how I mixed the song and prepared it for distribution. I've been documenting this whole entire process on my blog, which I'll be posting a new article for soon, and in that we're going to cover the whole process of uploading your song to Route Note, why I chose Route Note, and what to expect after you've gone through this whole process, because you're kind of left in the dark with very little information, so I want to share all this with you. Waiting for approval took a lot longer than I expected, and then once I got the approval, there was a lot more work I needed to do. For example, I needed to figure out what social media platforms I wanted to distribute my music on and share and promote my songs. There was, just a lot to pick from, and a lot of it I don't really care about because I'm not very social other than YouTube. But I figured I should set up some accounts and get my artist name locked down, and we'll see if we can automate some of that so I don't have to deal with it. Then you have to keep checking all the streaming platforms because you never know when your song is going to be posted. You don't get an email or anything, and so once you do have your song there, you need to go claim your artist page on each system so that you can control the look and feel of your artist page. But it also looks like they have some cool reports for you too. Since I plan on putting most of my effort into YouTube, I wanted to use TouchDesigner to make a visualizer just for fun. I've been playing with TouchDesigner to send audio data, and I thought it'd be fun to have an Audio-Reactive visualizer. Well, I had a lot to learn, and so I created a network that just helped me understand the POPs features, the new pop operator, particle operator, and you can see it got pretty messy. But I kept at it, and I was able to gain a little bit more control and understand what was going on and how to use the music to create cool effects. And after trying out a few different tutorials, I was getting some cool stuff that I thought I could work with. I feel pretty good about where I landed, and you can check it out on my YouTube channel, T13E Music. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll also be sure to add the video of everything I learned in making this visualizer. The most valuable thing that I learned was that I'm going to start creating my album covers based on the visualizer, so as I create these audio-reactive multimedia type shows, I guess we'll call them, as they get more and more complex, they'll actually become the design for the album cover, so then that way the visualizer kind of ties everything together. That's the plan anyway. I guess we'll see how all that goes. At this stage, I'm just waiting for my song Fully Charged to be distributed across all the platforms and to get everything set up, and I'll be working on these videos in the meantime, and then we'll wrap everything up with promotion and how I'm promoting the song. If you want to get a feel for where I'm heading, you can always check out my blog at tech-multiverse.com or t13e.com, which will take you to the music landing page, but it'll give you the option to explore both directions, music or technology. By the way, the song you've been listening to in the background is my new release, Fully Charged. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.